Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is No Dust here with some Tavern Brawl Shenanigans. This week it's lead from the front, so let's hop into the client. And the text here says, "Enough hiding behind your minions, protect them. In this brawl, your hero has taunt." Now you may have noticed there are 3 wins and the treasure chest here for the pack is open. What originally happened was I originally just intended to do 1 or 2 games of this brawl as part of a budget Shaman video, and it sort of sprawled out from that because I couldn't get any wins. So I decided to just convert the entire clip into a Tavern Brawl focus video. So without further ado, let's hop into the games, and apologies in advance for me just referring to it as a budget Shaman vid. Anyway, and let's run Shaman. Oh, we could run Rogue actually. I do have a Rogue quest. Let's see how we go. Yeah, I do have a Rogue quest. I could re-roll to see if we get Shaman. Yeah, the 5 Rogue games are probably going to be tough. Okay, Warrior. I don't want to run Warrior in this brawl. One thing I did figure out was that weapon-based classes aren't that great. Although Rogue is still okay because Valera has a number of board clears, but let's stick with the tried and true Shaman. Now the thing is, your hero is basically a huge taunt minion, which means it's advantageous to run a number of things which usually get cleared without taunt minions. It's also very advantageous to run AoEs and silences and direct damage. There we go, something like a Thunderbluff Valiant, often very vulnerable, but because you can protect it with your hero's face, basically, becomes a fairly good card. Now we're gonna do the same deal with the 1-drops. I don't think we have any 1-drops that are particularly high value. The Light Warden can work. Do I want to try Light Warden? I don't actually do any healing on my own, so let's leave that out for now. Things like the Direwolf would do pretty well, although there isn't much minion combat, to be honest. Knife Juggler is always going to be good in Shaman. A Micro Machine, because it grows every turn. Pyro, I think, is going to be useful for the AoE board clears. So let's run some Pyros. I would consider the Demolisher, but I think it's too slow and too random. But, you know, you never know. Might have to make some changes. Something like a Questing also. It's automatically protected by your face. Even something like a Shattered Sun, but I think it may be a little too slow. Maiden's effect in Shaman isn't bad either, but I feel it may be too slow as well. It might be worth including 1 Maiden. Let's just try 1 Maiden, given that we don't exactly have like an OP collection to draw upon. Anything else? Could run a Stormwind Champ. It just sits out of BGH range. 1 or 2 of these. I think 2 is probably too slow. What else? Since my board isn't going to be cleared that often, I think 1 Frostwolf can work. I think a Drake can work as well, since we're running double Lightning Storm. Do I want double Drake? Depends on how much card draw I can muster up. Let's leave the Drakes in. I'm not really seeing anything else that's particularly high value. Okay, and then let's put in some 1-drops. Lightning Bolts will do good work. I think the Earth Shocks may actually be worthwhile as well, especially since I have double Pyro. And Earth Shock going to be useful against an opponent that plays something like a Micro Machine and something like a Whirling Zap-O-Matic. We've got 4 cards to fill, so let's just see what our 4-drops are. I could put in Windspeaker, although the card by itself isn't that powerful. Let's go Maiden and a Silence. It's going to be a more defensive list. With the double Flame Time, I may want some 1-drops. We could risk the Dust Devils. That's going to be really, really, really risky. Just because of the amount of overload I'm going to be running into. I'm not a fan of the Dust Devils, actually. Let's just run some more. Difficult. Some 4s. Or do we need some more card draw? How much card draw do we have? We have the Mana Tide, we have Double Drake, And probably could do with one more source of card draw. Or actually, no, the reach, the spell reach in the form of Crackle and Windfury would be useful as well. Yeah, it's a bit tough without a big collection. I have tried this Brawl. Full disclosure, I have tried this Brawl with my full collection, and it's much easier to put in things like a Ragnaros and Chromaggus and KT, but we don't have access to those things just at the moment. So let me see what I can find. I wouldn't. Yeah, let's try a Direwolf. Direwolf will be useful. We could try a Demolisher. I think I'd like some more 4-drops. I could just try the Inventor, but I feel the Inventor doesn't do enough by itself. The Argus. The problem with taunting up your own minions is they become vulnerable to being cleared. Tell you what, let's just we could actually try the Totem Carver and a Wind Speaker. Each friendly totem. 4 for a 4/4 is fine as well. And it comes out as a okay. Let's try that. Yeah, we'll try a Totem Carver. All right, and let's have a go at this Brawl. Hopefully, we can get it the first try. If not, I'll make some changes. Okay, Hex. Do I want the Hex? I would keep a Lightning Storm. I think a Hex is a little too preemptive, so let's throw it back. Yeah, the issue with playing a budget list in this Brawl, and a lot of Brawls that ask you to create your own deck, is that you miss out on a lot of resources. So something like, say for example, like a Thaurissan. We don't have access to Thaurissan because Thaurissan is buried within, I think it's actually Wing 1 of Blackrock Mountain. But still, as to the rules of this climb, we don't have access to Thaurissan, which means like, how do I say? Actually, my Knife Juggler will be protected. There's no reason not to play it. The only reason it will get cleared is if he does a Lightning Bolt. What was I going to say? Yeah, so like a card like Thaurissan. Okay, we may have actually already lost because of the Cold Light. But you were trying to attack my Knife Juggler. That's funny. We may have lost because of that Cold Light, but you never know. Let's draw some more cards, because you do actually start with a fair amount of extra health. So I don't actually have to pull the trigger on the Lightning Storm until later. And we could even double Lightning Storm once he fills up his board. So it's not a total lost cause. With your minions. Okay. So you cast that for 4 and you gave... So you paid 4 and 1 card for 6/6. That's okay, I guess. How much damage will... Well, this is 14. I think I have to just hold on. I think I just have to hold on. But with this amount of... Yeah, I have to hold on for the coin double Lightning Storm next turn. And I don't think I can play... I could have played the Maiden. I could have just played the Blank Maiden, but I think it was worth trying for a Taunt Totem. But the game may already be over. But the card advantage is actually really coming into fruition. So things like Thaurissan are really hard to deal with. I mean, it's not hard to deal with, but they give players with access to a larger collection much more of an advantage as opposed to like a budget player like myself. Okay, so that was a very quick game 1. We'll go to game 2, it's fine. I do want to get the pack for the resources, for the Shaman resources. So let's try again. I think that was just a really quick game that we just got run over. Let's try again. Okay, versus Hunter. I think I have to keep the Direwolf. Oh, actually, should I roll for some AoE board clear? I think we just keep the Direwolf to distract him on turn 2. I'm very suspectful that this is going to be a Face Hunter. Because of, oh, there we go. There's the Pyro. The Pyro will come in handy. Yeah, I have a strong feeling it might be a Face Hunter because, well, Face is the place, and you can't not go Face in this mode, so there's no reason not to play Face Hunter. But you're not playing Face Hunter. You're playing a Creeper. That's interesting. Interesting. There's no reason for me not to develop my Knife Juggler. So the thing is, every minion you play is protected by your face. So there's no reason. I mean, barring something like a quick shot. So the reason I would have played something else is to draw the quick shot from the knife juggler. Okay, see, that's not going to do anything. Like, yeah, it's just face hunter. I don't know why you're running creepers then, because it's not like your board is necessarily going to get cleared that much. Anyway. If we get some lucky knives, we can win. If not, you know, we're just going to go down to ridiculous amounts of face damage. But these things, I think that's just the way the brawl is designed. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. With the creeper, you can't break the creeper on a minion. There's no minion combat here. I mean, unless I play a taunt or I taunt my own minions, there's no minion combat here. So I don't quite know. I'm not sure about the validity of the creeper. Now, do I want to be aggressive myself? Go Flame Tongue. I don't actually have to go Flame Tongue. I can go Direwolf. Yeah, let's go Direwolf. And then Totem up. Okay. Hopefully one of the knives hits the Juggler before it hits the Creeper. There we are. So the thing we're vulnerable to here is there's Power Shot, I believe, which deals 2 to the minion in the middle and 2 to the ones at the side, I believe. Yeah, and something like a Mad Scientist, again, I've seen like a couple of players use Mad Scientist, but there's no minion combat, so the damage from the Mad Scientist itself isn't that high. I'm not quite sure what the rationale is there. Okay, so let's start drawing some cards. Although we do become quite weak to Unleash. Okay, that's not good actually. If we get hit by let's totem up. If we get hit by an explosive, it becomes a problem. This is a very explosive prone. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But we still do have card advantage, so that's okay. And I have ways to reach his back line. Okay, that's fine. But I may just go down to the pressure, the damage to the face. The Earth Shock will be handy. I could actually go Pyro, Earth Shock. I do give up my mana type, but I think it's worth doing. And then we can try for a heal totem, possibly. Or even a taunt totem will do good work here. Oh, the heal totem's nice. Heal totem will be nice for allowing me to do some more board clearing. Some soft board clearing with the Pyro. Yeah, so just got a little unlucky there with the Mad Scientist pulling out the whatchamacallit, the explosive trap. This may even be a second explosive trap. I'm going to try for it. I'm going to see what it is. Yep, there it is. I think we're done. There's probably going to be some sort of burn in his hand. Yeah, a list like this, I've got very little healing in here. You could even run something like Reno if you had it. But we're probably done. You only need 3 damage reach, and as a face hunter, you're most definitely running quick shots. Okay, yep, it's fine. You know what? If it takes too many games for me to win, I might actually convert this into a Tavern Brawl analysis video. Okay, let's try. I may actually want to put in some sort of healing. None of that is very high value healing. I mean, I would probably... Oh, Vitality Totem can work, but I don't really want to craft anything for this. Okay, let's just try one more time. It might not even be one more time. It might be like 3, 4, 5 more times before we can get a win. Anyway, see how we go. Okay, I think I will keep the Hex. The Flame Tongue may be asking a little too much of this list. Do I have enough early game to support the Flame Tongue? Then again, it's hard to say. Anyway, let's just see how we go with this game. Coin out the knife and then totem up. Coin out the knife and totem up. Is it worth coining out the knife? I don't think so. I think we wait. Yeah, so I think a lot of the druids that I've seen playing this, they go for that ramp style. Here we are. So we can grow our micro machine. And I think it is less value than the knife juggler. Micro machine actually takes a couple of turns to get going. But I think the knife juggler ultimately provides more value for us in the late game. You have a jungle panther? Okay. I mean, that's aggressive, but doesn't do a ton of work. And I do want to save my coin for the pyros. I think we just knife juggler out. Yeah, so the druids tend to be ramp druids. They tend to... They tend to try and get to the late game and play really big scary minions. But if you've got a jungle panther in your list, that may be an indication of like a weaker deck. So you never know. Okay, so I can pyro, but I'll be burning my own list. I think we just try for some totems here, or I can even coin out a Thunder Bluff. I think it makes sense to coin out a Thunder Bluff. I can deal with this board later, but the big Thunder Bluff will be able to do a bit of work. Okay. And then I can pyro, say, Lightning Bolt to do just the one burn and leave my board alive. Yeah, so I can pyro, Lightning Bolt, and then totem up next turn. Yeah, I'm thinking more about it. I probably will convert this into a brawl list. I'm not a brawl list, sorry, a brawl video. So I'll change like the introduction. I'll do another introduction, and then I'll do another. I'll do a proper budget shaman climb. I don't know why I'm just talking shop here, but yeah, it's taken a number of games to get to where we want to go. Okay, pyro. If the dagger from the pyro goes well. We can even try again with the totem. So let's... Okay, that was really good. So we can now lightning bolt here, and then it saves me having to totem now, because if I had to totem now, there was a chance I'd get the 1-1. Okay, there we go. We got the win. So pretty good. Pyros actually does a ton of work here. We've got the pack, so might as well. Well, actually, I'll save the pack opening. Save the pack opening. For later, and let's do a couple more games just to do some more experimentation. So we've got the pack, and I do have a couple of I've got some warrior quests. Actually, no, I wasn't going to open the pack. What am I doing? Let's try some warrior games then. I fully don't expect to win, but you never know what might happen. Okay, let's run some warrior. Plus, gives us a good chance to level up our warrior. Now, the thing with the brawl is weapon combat is really, really bad. The only thing you can hit is either a taunt minion or the opponent's face. So that doesn't do much for a warrior. I think cleave is going to be fine. Battle rage is probably not going to be that useful. Cruel task gives me a little bit of reach. Mortal strike will be useful actually, since I'll be taking a lot of face damage. Again, weaponsmith doesn't do much for me, and I don't actually have much else. That kind of sucks. But let's see how we go. I could run some weapons with the Bloodsail Raider. But let's just hold on that and see. Yeah, we do have the Micro Machine. It's the same sort of things you'll be playing, I think. I think I have to put the Demolisher in this list, just due to how sparse my warrior collection is. We can try the Dragonhawk Rider. Flesh eating. Again, there's not much minion combat. The only sort of minion combat you might run into is board clears, and warriors don't actually have a good number. I can do cleave. I can run flesh eating and then cleave some stuff. I think it's a little too gimmicky. I think MCT can work if we fall behind on the board. Questing is fine. A raging can be useful with my cruel task. I could possibly even run some. I could run Inner Rage. I could go with like an OTK warrior deck with a charge, a rampage, and an Inner Range. We don't actually have Whirlwind. And Whirlwind is a soulbound card, I believe. Yep. And you get it at level 6. I'll get it soon, but Not right now. So let's see how much the Inner Rage plus a charge. That's 3 mana. Plus a Cruel Task, that's 5. Plus the Worgen itself, which is 8 mana. And the Rampage. So that's a 10 mana combo. And it'll deal, I don't know how much damage. I think it's like 20 something, 24 damage, something like that. So we will put in 1 OTK, since there's probably going to be that space, that sort of space in this list. I'll run an Ooze just to deal with Hunter weapons, because like that previous game against the Hunter, it does a bit of work against your face if they have a dedicated... we could run some Trogs. We've only got a small Trog? Yeah, it's just a little sad actually looking at this list, but it's worth a try. Let's go to the end. Kraken probably has a place, but it probably gets hard removed. Let's try some Windfury Harpies. Is it worth trying some Windfury Harpies? Yeah, maybe. Let's see if we can get lucky with some wins. Maybe. Windfury Harpies. I think the others are too slow. Frostwolf, I'm not sure how much I'm going to get out of it because I don't make minions of my own. I think we are going to need some silencers actually. Or at least one, that's the only one I can get. We're going to need some silencers. I think I might want to put some inventors in as well to draw for the OTK. I've got 5 cards left. What sort of 5 drops do I have? This is a conundrum. I don't have enough good cards to put in. We can run Stormpike. I think Stormpike gives me some sort of removal. Silverhand Knight, 5 for a 6/6. That's not bad. Probably better than what I'm going to get out of the Frostwolf Warlord. It's hard to say, however. Drake. Does Drake do anything? Drake buffs our Inner Rage, buffs our Cleave, buffs our Mortal Strikes. Okay, I can run some Drakes. Okay, let's see what sort of... We don't have any 1-drops that will do any work for us. No, not really. Let's see. Okay, let's put in a Stormwind chap. Okay, let's see how we go with our level 4 warrior. Okay, let's just hold on to the MCT. I'm not sure how far we're going to get with this list. And again, the thing with the execute is you need to have a way to damage your opponent. And without having, you know, you can't reach them with a weapon. You can't reach them with conventional weapons. You can reach them with ogre weapons and ogres themselves, actually. And that's something that I've been meaning to try. Okay, just got Cold Blood. We're going to have to silence it on turn 4, but I'm going to be taking a ton of damage. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. I think we can handle... We can take the pain for a while. You do start with 40 health, so it's not too bad. And you've got a Noratron, okay. The cleave works. Yep, the cleave works. Do I want to cleave this? I think it's worth it to stop the another 6 damage coming to my face. So the Leper Gnome did 8 total damage to my face. That's okay. That's not too bad. And I'm not going to deal with this thing as a priority. It's not very scary. We'll be able to shoot it with our Stormpike, or deal with whatever else comes next. Okay, you had to weapon up. Okay. Weapon deadly. Is it worth just... Is this some sort of a face rogue? No, it's not. You're not swinging. Okay. Well, I get the Inventor out. So we are building towards our Ultra Combo, actually. And the Cleaves are actually doing... I think the Cleaves will end up doing pretty good work. Pretty good value. Not many cards like that do... Yeah, Cleave is sort of a one-of-a-kind sort of random AoE. It's sort of like... whoa, you're going to eviscerate an Inventor? Really? Okay, that's a little too... That's very aggressive. I feel that's overly aggressive. But what do I know? And I think we will shoot 2-1 to just Stop some of the damage. I'm going to tempt him to clear my Stormpike with his face. I think he probably will be doing that, he or she. Probably will be clearing my Stormpike with the dagger. Since otherwise I get the freebie on the Annoyatron. Oh, okay. Interesting. What are you planning? A backstab? You're running out of resources. That's the thing. The thing with playing too aggressively here is, yeah, you tend to run out. Okay. Really? Alright. Well. I think we just demolish her armor up. I'm not in a rush to do anything. And I don't think we have anything like Shield Slam. And no, there's nothing like that in list. This is like a level 4 warrior. We don't have anything. But we may actually be able to pull out the OTK. Okay, you've got an oil in there. I'm pretty sure you have an oil in there. No, you don't have an oil in there. Okay. Well, hopefully my Demolisher does some work. Ah, sweet. Right on. Okay. And I think we just Drake armor up. There are going to be many other cards that I'm going to be playing. Yeah, I don't know how much the executes fit in this sort of in a warrior in this brawl, because it becomes so hard for you to actually damage the minions. The execute is sort of like, you know, after it gets damaged, but how often am I going to be able to do that? I mean, you can combo it with a cleave, you can combo it with a whirlwind. So actually, once I reach level 6, once we get whirlwind at 6, execute, it becomes more viable. But I think I'll leave it in the list even for now. Okay, I think I want to keep armoring up every turn while I can. So I think I Drake and armor up again. I should have watched for what was going to come out. Yeah, okay. It just seems like my rogue opponent has run out of steam, and we do actually have an ooze in this list, so we are not quite done yet. If you ooze up, well, the thing is, this board is still susceptible to an oil flurry. Okay, that's fine. It's a little defensive for like what appeared to be a face rogue, but then you have strange things like Annoyatron and strange things. Yeah, like Annoyatron and Sinister Strike. Is this another Reno list? I wonder. And ooh, could have had a really strong cleave there. I can cleave execute. Cleave execute. Yeah, I have enough. I have enough in the way of things, resources, and can you do 22 damage? No, you can't. So I'm going to develop the Windfury. This thing is actually very threatening because it takes hard removal. You know, usually this thing just gets traded into by like a 2-drop and another 2-drop. But because my face is protecting it, we may actually get the win here because there's a ton of damage here, and I can actually charge it up to gain. Just use the charge with the damage bonus and finish it off. Yeah, the Windfury Harpy is not too bad. Okay, you can. I might still be susceptible to a board clear, so you can oil up here as well. Okay, no, I think we're done. This is not enough damage. No. Yeah, it just looks like my opponent didn't have the right draws in hand. Hopefully, I don't think we'll reach level 6. It'd be nice if we could and get to pick up some. Yeah, actually, the demolishers are doing lots of work. Perhaps it is correct to have demolishers in your list that are protected by your phase. And the warrior's armor up is actually really relevant here because it's faster than the priest. Ooh, we do have whirlwinds. Okay, excellent. Let's put in some whirlwinds. Excellent. Let's try that. So we're going to be hopping to game 5. Before we do that, I'm going to put in some whirlwinds. Cruel Task is going to be good for my OTK. What can I get rid of? Maybe the Kraken is too slow and it's in BGH range. Whirlwind. Do I want 2 whirlwinds or 1 whirlwind? I think 2 is okay. Or maybe just 1. Maybe just 1. Let's stick with 1 for now. I think having 2 in hand is a little disastrous. Let's stick with 1 for now. Okay, and let's see how high we can get. I'll just keep playing until we lose, which is probably like this game I'm going to lose. So let's see how we go. Okay, I think the cleave is worth keeping. I think I'm going to throw back the Inner Rage as a combo piece. Yeah, the cleave is going to do a lot of work against, say for example, Sorcerer's Apprentice, Knife Juggler. I don't know if you'd run Knife Juggler. I think I would just run Knife Juggler in general in this mode because it gets so much value over the period of a game. Okay, Mad Scientist. That's going to be annoying to cleave, but it doesn't actually represent much damage. So I may actually want to wait till questing to do questing next turn and then armor up cleave the turn after. I mean, I can't cleave right now anyway because there's only 1 minion. Okay. Yeah, I think it makes sense to get the questing going. Ooh, actually the Dragonhawk. So, do I want to draw... Because okay, here's the thing. There's probably a Frostbolt in hand or a Flame Cannon or one of those removal spells. Do I want it to go onto the questing or do I want to go onto the Dragonhawk?
What now?
I think I prefer it to go onto the questing. Because it takes so long for the questing to get going, but the Dragonhawk, I can actually charge this thing and then armor up. Okay, you don't actually have an answer. That's interesting. You probably have an answer now. Okay. It appears as if my opponent doesn't quite understand the parameters of the brawl. So the mechanic is you can't attack enemy minion. You can't attack an enemy minion unless it's taunted up. Like you just can't. So this is my combo piece. I'm going to save this as a combo piece. We're just going to be aggressive. And we can actually apply tons of damage this turn. I can armor up. And then this gains Windfury. It's actually a really powerful minion if you can protect it, but it's just so hard to protect. Okay, the Flame Cannon. Okay, so it ended up being a 50-50 anyway, and that's probably the better outcome because there's more potential damage from the Dragonhawk Rider. Yeah, I don't know if I want to commit the Worgen though. Actually, I don't even know if I want to commit the armor up. I think I might have to. I think I might prefer to Azure Drake, and this actually buffs my cleave as well. So it actually buffs my. It actually buffs my Whirlwind as well, but often you don't want to buff like hard AoE effects. Okay, let's push out with this. See if we can collect some more combo pieces. And actually the combo pieces work quite well with the other Windfury minions as well. Didn't quite realize this was turning out to be such a Windfury-ish deck. Okay, now we have a clear. We have a neat clear with the cleave. Hopefully he doesn't get. Hopefully he's not able to remove the Drake. I don't think so because I think you used your entire turn's worth of mana. Yep. Okay. Now we want to get our attacks in. Do I want to develop my minions first? No, I don't think so. This is a bit tough, actually. No, I think we do cleave first. Oh, actually, I'm just confused. Okay, now you duplicate. I'm pretty sure you duplicated the Mad Scientist. Oh, you duplicated the Conjurer. Interesting, interesting. Well, we can still be very aggressive. And I feel that the Conjurer may be too slow to be playing every turn, especially since I have more cleaves in hand. Obviously, my opponent doesn't know that I have more cleaves in hand, but the fact that I do will be very useful against the 3 health Conjurers that are probably going to come down again. You're going to play another Conjurer? Yep. So I don't need to deal with it right now, because the thing is, yeah, you have to remember that it only hits face, so it's going to deal 6 damage to me, and you're not going to be able to cast a spell that you conjured. Unless it was a mirror image. But that's fine, because that actually sets up another cleave. And I think that's what we do want to do. Okay. Yeah. Set up another freebie cleave. I want to armor up again to deal tons of damage. Okay, now how much are we looking at next turn? I'm okay. Ooh, lucky. Yeah, so the This Dragonhawk Rider is actually a pretty key piece of the my my game. Like getting this thing and then just the Windfury is actually becoming pretty good. Windfury, not a bad keyword in this brawl, and that hadn't really occurred to me until just then. Let's see if we can find some more Windfury. No, we've got everything we can fit in, and I'm not crafting anything. And we do have the cruel task to. Okay, the rampage. The rampage is actually very situational. I could actually consider swapping it out for a more consistent attack buff. Say, for example, Shattered Sun. But I think the list is doing okay. Let's just keep playing until we lose, which is, again, probably going to be this game, so let's try. Okay, we're not running into any weapons. I guess I could just keep this for aggressiveness, just to have it deal some damage early on. That's a bit unfortunate picking up the combo pieces. But yeah, I actually have a fairly good feeling about. I mean, but we have been running up against. I think the thing with the brawl is you don't know the caliber of your opponents that you're running up against. So sometimes, you know, earlier this morning I was just playing casually off camera and I got stomped like 5 games in a row. And you know, there was people who knew what they were doing, playing animated armor in Mage. Animated armor actually being a very useful card, and that Mechwarper is actually going to be very annoying unless I don't have an answer to it right now, and I don't think I will have an answer. We might just get run over actually. Yeah, I do have a feel. I think we may just get run over because I have no answer to this Mechwarper. Like literally, I need cleave and execute, but that is not going to happen. So we just have to push out. Yeah, the thing with warriors is without weapons, you lack a lot of board clear. And the thing is, you know, I did play a warrior earlier today with weapons, and the weapons only hit face. You can't board control with the weapons, so it's just pretty terrible. You can run things such as Brawl, but we don't have those cards, so it's going to be a little unfortunate. I think I have to keep looking for answers. Okay, the Stormpike actually will help against the Micro Machine, but we may be dead before long. Yeah, so this double Mechwarper. So Mechwarper, the effect is so powerful, and these are exactly the sort of minions that you want to be playing in the brawl because they're automatically protected by your face, and then you get a 2-mana shredder. It's like a zoo list. Anyway, I was going to lose sooner or later. There's no such thing as a win streak that lasts forever. Now we literally need Brawl, and I don't have Brawl in this list. So how much damage are we looking at? Let's just deal damage to the face to get as much experience as possible. But I think we're done. Yeah, there's 15. Yeah, we're done. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing with the warrior. A lot of the warrior's removal is based on weapons, and if your weapons aren't allowed to hit minions, then you can sort of counter the fact that weapons can't hit minions with training partner. Yeah, sparring partner, not training partner, sparring partner. So this allows you to give a minion taunt, and doesn't specify a friendly or an enemy minion. And if you give an enemy minion taunt, then it allows you to hit it with your weapon. But again, a very situational card. Slams would have been very useful to have as well if we. And the thing is, another thing that's really good in Warrior, if you want to try it, is Ogre Warmaw, because you have a 50% chance of not going face. So this can actually be used for sort of board control. And you know, by itself, the stats are pretty good, and the ogre effect is actually quite significantly, like, quite useful in this mode. So the ogre brute effect, and even the Mogre effect can be used to board control, but obviously we don't have those cards in this collection, so it's not going to happen today. Anyway, so let's finish up there, and. Thanks in advance, guys, for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I do this for love. Any gestures of appreciation are much appreciated. So yeah, apologies. I did start off referring to this as like a budget Shaman video, but then it took so many games to get the win that I decided to just convert it into a Tavern Brawl sort of analysis video. So I will be doing a budget Shaman clip later tonight, and that will be going up at the same time as this. So hopefully all will be well on that front. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hope you had a lovely day, and I will be back with some more budget Shaman shortly. Until then, this is No Dust signing.